Yes, alrighty. What's up, everybody? It is I, your Tribal God of Extreme, Peter Joseph here, for video number 2 on this late Sunday night, February the 1st, 2026. Or if you're watching on a replay, it is now February the 2nd, 2026, as we begin the second month of the new year. Thank you all for watching video number 2. Once again, right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button down in the pants, otherwise known as the description box below. Share the video all over the internet. Leave a comment on this video or any one of my videos from the past, now, and in the future, Conan. But don't leave stupid comments, because you'll get sent to the Shadow Realm, beaten severely, and then Ozzy and Satan will kick your ass and then eat your soul. So, don't do it. You want to do it? Go somewhere else and do that shit. Because you ain't gonna do it on mine. You don't like it? Tough shit. And that's that. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to tap and slap that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because if you miss anything, well, you're pretty much shit out of luck. You're SOL. You better know what that means by now. And if not, tough shit for you. That's that. So, once again, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and all that good shit. And if you're brand new here, thinking about subscribing, you can. You don't have to, but if you want to, please hit the subscribe button on this channel, my other channels as well. Show your love and support. And when you do subscribe, as we say in the business, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab that big, tasty, cold one. I had Burger King. Well, me and the business had Burger King. So we had a big dinner, so we had that. We had a craving, so while we were watching the Grammys. So sit back, you grab yourself a nice cold one, put your feet up and enjoy the show. You like it? Great. You know, well, too bad. And that's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. On this late Sunday night, February the 1st, 2026, or if you're watching later, February the 2nd, 2026, as we begin the first week of February, and before you blink, it'll be March. So, get ready, we got 26 more days, as of this video, 26 more days of the month. So, just under 4 weeks away from March. And then, Daylight Savings Time will be here in a couple weeks, so we turn the clock forward. So we, at 2 o'clock, become 3 o'clock, so we lose an hour of sleep. And hopefully, by that time, we get warmer weather, and we'll see what happens with that. And then we have the countdown to Easter, which is the beginning of April. I think the first Sunday of April. So, get that. Baseball will be starting pretty soon. And a whole lot more coming your way, as spring will be here soon. But about another month or so. And that goddamn hedgehog will be popping out early in a few hours. Early in the morning. Hopefully, he does not see his shadow. Well, I think it's, if he sees his shadow, we get spring. One of those. Well, hopefully he says we get early spring and not 8 more weeks of winter. Because if we get more winter, we're gonna that's what we're gonna do. Fucking hedgehog. I want spring and I want it in the worst way. Get this garbage fucking snow out of here. That's that. We might get some snow here on Friday, but a little bit. Say maybe about an inch to maybe 3 inches at most by Friday night into Saturday. So, not great, because I do have plans Friday, so I might have to cancel them, but we'll see what happens with that. Moving on. Alright, hope you had a great Sunday, and I hope you have a great first week of February. And we got that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hope you, I said that. Yeah, the Grammys were on tonight. I didn't watch all of it. Lady Gaga won, I think, a couple Grammys. Bad Bunny, Album of the Year, Grammy for Urban Music Grammy. I know he won. Then he had a great speech, even though he mentioned ice. So, but good stuff from Bad Bunny. great performance from Lady Gaga doing a kind of electronic-ish version of Abracadabra. Great shit. And then they had the Ozzy tribute with Post Malone, Duff McKagan from Guns N' Roses, Slash as well, Andrew Watt, and Chad Smith from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, basically doing War Pigs. And then they cut to Sharon, Kelly, and Jack. And then Sid Wilson in the background, Kelly's husband and father of their soon-to-be 2 kids, Sydney Jr. and, well, we don't know if they're having a boy or girl for the second baby yet, but we don't know that yet. But yeah, it was tear-jerking. I shed a couple of tears, man. It was not as great as the other, I think with the one last year, but I don't think it was at the Grammys. I forget what that one was. And then Ozzy's performance in July, that was epic. And then the one I think after that, commemorating the Ozzy tribute after he passed away. That was the one with Youngblood and it was Youngblood, Steven Tyler, Joe Perry, Andrew Watt, obviously, the dude from Tool, and Wolfgang Van Halen, as always, and Zach. Good stuff there. But the Shammies, as I call them. I didn't even watch. I know they mentioned the rock category and the hard rock category. I mean, whoever won, big ups to them. But I know Youngblood won a Grammy. I know that for Changes. So big ups to Youngblood for that, and move on from there. But good stuff. Good stuff. Even though the Grammys, or now the Shammies. For us metalheads out there, we don't like the Grammys at all. You know why. For those of you who don't know, 1989, when Metallica should have won the Grammy and they gave it a freaking Jethro Tull. It's not even a metal band. Well, they play the flute, it's metal. No, it's not metal. They're not metal. Aqualung's not metal. The whole thing with Jethro Tull, they're a folk classic rock band. Why did he even get put in the same category as Metallica still boggles my mind. And Metallica should have won the Grammy for Injustice for All. So then they made the Black Album, they go to the Grammys. Guess what? They win because Jethro Tull didn't make an album that year. And it seems like every time the Metallica's at the Grammys, they get shafted. Remember that year when James Mike wasn't going on when they were doing Moth into a Flame with Lady Gaga? You know, thankfully Lady Gaga, the great performer that she is, covered for James, even though James was like... And then his mic finally came on. And then after the performance, he takes his guitar. Fuck the guitar! They did the same thing with Green Day when they were playing Basket Case, and then they stopped. I thought they were going to do a new song, and then Billy... what's his name? Billy... Yeah, I think his name is Billy. Billy from Green Day, the lead singer of Green Day, just went on a humongous rant. Oh, I got 1 minute, now I got nothing! And they just started smashing up the freaking guitar. The whole stage was just littered. The Grammys just do not like rock at all. I do not know why. They're just like, oh, we're gonna, we don't like rock. We're just gonna have Justin Bieber and freaking, Taylor Swift and all the other schmucks there. And we're just gonna cater to rap and pop and then have a little Latin in there. It's retarded. It's retarded how the Grammys or the Shammies give metal the shaft, and not in a good way. So if In This Moment was ever in the category, I'm like, if they win, great, but I don't care. I don't care. The Grammys do not like metal or hard rock. They shouldn't have the category anymore. Let metal have its own freaking award show, like I don't say Billboard, but the Metal Hammer Awards or the Golden Gods Awards, like they had like back then. That should be just for metal. They don't need to get a Grammy anymore, or hard rock, or classic rock. Just have their own award show. Fuck the Grammys. And like I said, shammies. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so after 10, almost 11 minutes of spiel, ladies and gentlemen, hope you had a great weekend and a great Sunday. And that's that. Alright, after that, ladies and gentlemen, check out my TNA review, a video go, right here on the channel. Link will be down below in the gobbledygook. But right now, everything I'm saying right now is going to happen right now. What happened today? You missed it. But right now, it is time for your official Ring of Honor TV review. Excuse me. For this past Thursday night, January the 29th, 2026. And we are a little bit in a different place. We're at the HEB Center at Cedar Park in Cedar Park, Texas, outside of Austin. So, we got that. So we're kind of done with the esports arena stadium residency. And now, as we're starting February on the road to maybe Supercard, we keep going. And as always, our commentary team are the boring man himself, Ian Ricka Boring, and my good friend, and hopefully yours, the Pasta, Caprice Coleman. If I don't do this, he gets really mad. So, Caprice Coleman, you great man, sir. That's that. Alright, so I had to rewatch this because. I mean, I did watch it after TNA, but I had to rewatch it just in case I missed anything. But we move on. Alright, so we started with the opening sequence. It wasn't a great show, but you get the gist of Ring of Honor TV. Alright, so we started with an opening sequence. Then we finally see the commentators. We don't see them much on Ring of Honor TV when they put them on. On the weekly show, they just go right to the action. You rarely see the camera on Caprice Coleman and Ian Ricka Boring. But this week, we actually saw them. Yay! So they're alive! Who are these people talking? Now we got them. Let me move on. Alright, first match out of the gate, a proving ground match, meaning if the opponent wins or survives the 10-minute time limit, they get a future title shot at whoever the champion is in whatever division. So we have a proving ground match, and it's for the women's world title shot. So we have the forever champion getting, on the cusp of going around 1150, on her way to 1200 days as champ. Oy. Almost 4 years as champ. The lovely Athena takes on Vert Vixen, who hasn't won a match in God knows how long. Alright, so we get an error before the bell. I don't know what that was about. Actually, Ian Ricka Boring says we're a week away from Global Wars, featuring Athena's promotion. Wrong! Anyway, it was an error, but we went with it. But that's that. Yeah. So Ricka Bonnie being an idiot, saying we're a week away from Global Wars, featuring Athena's promotion, which has been postponed due to weather issues because it was crazy last weekend. Anyway, so we finally get to the match. Athena takes her down by the arm. The start nips up. But Vert Vixen comes back with a whip into the corner, and then a running code breaker by Athena knocks Vert Vixen just as fast down, and then Athena pulls the nose for a right hand. Ow. That's enough to draw some blood. Blood blood, motherfuckers! So Athena suplexes her to cut off the comeback, locks in a cravat. Actually, Vixen comes back with a cravat, sends Athena into the turnbuckle, and then a blue thunder bomb. You're not Sami Zayn. You do not get the win. You get 2. So that's what happened. Then she knees Athena in the head. Ouch. They go to the outside. Well, actually fall to the outside. Athena power bombs her against the barricade. Ow! The takeover. They go back in. Athena starts just unloading with rights and lefts. And then sets up the Koji clutch. And Vert Vixen does what she does best. Tap out in under 7 minutes. Match was so I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. And Athena continues to run all over the women's division in pretty much Ring of Honor. And that's it. Alright, after the match, we get a tease for sportsmanship! Yay! For the Code of Honor. Are we gonna get it? No. As Diamante SA of LAX and my girl Billy Starks, they come in, beat the fuck out of Vert Vixen, but then she gets saved by Hyann the Huntress and Maya World. They come out for the save, and I think this week, coming up this week, I think Athena's taking on. Actually, we got a 6-man tag team match, I think, coming out of this, but we're just heading along when you need them. Player. You're gonna go one-on-one with The Undertaker! That rhymed, by the way. And we get that. Alright, so we see what happens with that. Then the infantry and Trish Adora, so the captain, Sean Dean and Carly Bravo, along with Trish Adora on the back. Carly Bravo brings in the fan who has been helping him. We saw her last week. Her name is Christiane. I forgot her last name. Christiane Zhao, I think. Some weird last name. But her first name is Christiane. It's weird spelling, but it's Christiane. And she is 7 foot. No, she's tall. She's like Story the Nolly tall. So she comes in, and, yeah. And Trish Adora and Sean Dean are like, yeah. Welcome to the group. Alright. So we got that. So see what Christiane does in the infantry, and she has wrestled on the indie circuit, so we'll see what she does in Ring of Honor. So she kind of hit the big leagues, if you will. We get that. Alright, 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, back to the ring with our next match. Oh, this guy finally came back. Say his name, and he appears. I believe in Anthony Henry. Alright, Anthony Henry's back. Where have you been, dude? He takes on our good friend Adam Priest. I think he's in a match on Dynamite this week, or Collision. I saw his name on, I think it was this week. I forget who he's facing, but that could be good. Anyway. Alright, so it's Anthony Henry and Adam Priest. They go 7:20, so under 7.5 minutes. They lock up the start. Some mat wrestling with Adam Priest bailing to the floor early on. Get back in, they wrestle to a standoff until Anthony Henry gets a cheap shot to the gut. And that earns him a dropkick in the corner, where Anthony Henry gets in a neck breaker over the turnbuckle bar. Ow! That turnbuckle bar has no give, dude. Ouch. Ah, my neck! Ah, fuck. What do you mean your neck? Cliff, what do you mean? Alright, so a neck twist keeps Adam Priest in trouble, but he's well enough to knock Anthony Henry to the outside. A baseball slide through the ropes. He was safe. That drops Anthony Henry again, and he jams his knees, coming back inside. Ow. And then a old school pile driver gives Adam Priest a near fall. Anthony Henry catches him on top with a superplex, but Adam Priest ties the legs up for a small package. 1, 2, 3. What? Adam Priest gets the win? What? Holy crap! I don't think he's ever won in Ring of Honor. I think that might be his first win. I could be wrong, but he gets the win over Anthony Henry. Match itself was 2.25 out of 5 stars. But, hey, Adam Priest. Congratulations, sir, on your win. Whether it be your first win or your second win. Or whatever it is. That's that. We move on. Alright. Then we get to another match. We got Aaron Solo Miboki taking on the Dynamite Kid Jr., Tommy Billington. Match was another match. Under 5.5 minutes. They lock up the start. Go to the mat. Hey, did we see that last match? They form it out. A little bit of mat wrestling. Then a big back body drop sends Tommy Billington to the outside. And a belly-to-back suplex puts him down as they go back inside the ring. And then Tommy Billington gets caught in a 1942 sleeper. But he fights out of it, flips over for a clothesline. Then he goes up top, hits a missile drop kick. Then he goes for the power driver. That got countered. And that didn't really sit well with the Dynamite Kid Jr., Mr. Tommy Billington, who then hits not one, but 2 power drivers! Back to back for the win. So there you go. So Tommy Billington gets the win in under 5.5 minutes. Match 2.25 out of 5 stars. That's that. Alright, then we go to the back. We have Lucky Romero. He talks to Adam Priest about his win and stuff like that. And Adam Priest doesn't really think much of the Don Callis family. Talks about his wins and wants a title shot against Okada. What? Do you got a death wish? And this is before Collision, by the way. Which he lost, obviously. So he says, I want Okada for the Intercontinental title. And Rocky Romero's like, that don't work for me, bro. But you can show up on Collision and try. Which he did and failed. Okada whipped his ass. I know you're trying to get over and you want to, make a big name for yourself there, Adam, but, Oh, I'm sorry. Adam! So, yeah. Not a good... I don't think finding Okada for the Intercontinental title was such a great idea. Got to learn the hard way, dude. Anyway, let's get that. 2.25 out of 5 stars for that segment. Back to the ring we go. We have the other member of the Workhorsemen. We saw Anthony Henry. Now we get his tag team partner, J.D. Drake. And he takes on, well, 1/3 of the Ops. What's left of the Ops now because Samoa Joe is hurt. Now we got the man, sent for the man, Hook with his Doritos. But he faces the man from Japan, Katsuyori Shibata. Another just under 5.5 minute match. Match was boring. So J.D. Drake clotheslining Shibata down. They go outside. Anthony Henry hits a rather hard chop. Damn. But Shibata's like, okay. He comes back with a ram into the barricade. Grabs a suplex from the fall back on the inside. No, it's J.D. Drake, actually. Drake is back with a spine buster and a cannonball, followed by a Vader bomb for a very near fall. And then Shibata sends him almost into the vicinity of the refs, almost got a ref bump. But, J.D. Drake stopped himself, right before squashing the referee. And then Shibata kicks him in the balls. Dude, really? And then locks in the cross arm breaker, and J.D. Drake just gave up. And it was just another boring match, and I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's that. Moving on. Alright, then we get an ad for Global Wars, so I guess it's back on, but when is it? Is it next week? Is it next month? I don't know. We move on. Alright, after that, we get to women's tag team action player. We got Viva Van, who hasn't won a match in Ring of Honor to save her life, and Lady Bird Monroe, no relation to Blake Monroe. They take on Hyann the Huntress and Maya World. Boring match, 4-minute match. Maya flips out of an arm drag to start. Viva Van dives over her for a standoff. Okay. And then Hyann the Huntress comes in And it's like, I'm not going to get arm dragged. Which allows Maya to come back in for a bulldog. Then a leg drop gives Hyann the Huntress a near fall. Back to Viva Van for a rolling spin wheel kick. And then Lady Bird Monroe grabs a front face lock, which gets reversed quickly into a running splash in the corner. And then all four women are in the ring. Maya World hits a big time running drop kick to Lady Bird Monroe. Then a wheelbarrow face plant downward spiral combo. Say that 5 times fast. Very impressive. And that finishes off Lady Bird Monroe in basically 4 minutes. Match was meh. 2.25 out of 5 stars. I think we're getting a running theme here that this show is pretty meh. That's that. So like I said, 2.25 out of 5 stars. After the match, Athena, Diamante, and Billy Starks come out for a big old beatdown on Hyann the Huntress and Maya World. And then Athena tells them to find a partner for a 6-man tag team match next week at... Okay, so Global Wars is this Thursday night on the program. I don't know who they're going to get. Probably somebody from maybe CMLL, maybe. Like, well, I can't get Persephone. Maybe you can get Persephone. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, so we got that. Moving on. Alright, then we go to our next match. The premier athlete Tony Nese, along with Smart Mark, Mark Sterling, I think Ari Daivari was there, and Soy Denali. Tony Nese takes on Mascara Dorada Issei. So, longer match, 10.5 minutes exactly. A little bit better, not too much. So, Mark Sterling comes out and starts berating the crowd like he always does. Then Tony Nese backs Mascara Dorada in the ropes. The start flips over him out of the corner. And it's time for some jumping jacks. Like we do some cardio. Get back up, Mascara Dorada flips around as well. And then he scares Tony Nese down for some jumping jacks of his own. He's like, look at me, I can do that essay too. So Tony Nese knocks him to the outside for a cheap shot from Mark Sterling. Even though he had a brace on his arm. From an injury, I forget when that injury happened. But anyway, so he strikes away back on the inside of the ring, and a bridging Northern Light suplex gives Tony Nese a near fall. Then he grabs a body scissors to slow down the pace. That gets broken up. Mascara Dorada hits a kick to head into a running head scissors to the floor. Then a big twisting flippy dippity-doo connects, and a springboard frog splash. Not like Eddie like that. Eddie would never do a springboard frog splash. Right, Eddie? That's too... Nah, I never tried. Maybe in my younger days I tried and I failed, maybe. I don't know. Okay, Eddie, at least you're honest. I'm always honest, you dumb... Yo, the pendejo! Okay, Eddie, calm down now. Anyway. Oh, he showed you! Anyway, so here's the springboard frog splash for another near fall. The Mascara gets a near fall. Back on the inside of the ring. Tony Nese flips out of a German suplex, hits a double stomp, followed by a pump handle driver for a near fall. They get back up, Mascara Dorada strikes away before Tony Nese misses a charge into Mark Sterling. Oops. Then the shooting star press connects. And 1, 2, 3, Mascara Dorada gets the win over the premier athlete Tony Nese. So it didn't go the premier athlete's way, and that's pretty much it. Match-wise was 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that was your main event. Holy shit. And that's that. So that's Ring of Honor for you this week, guys. Pretty short review. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 matches. On a pretty much like almost an hour show. But yeah, that's what Ring of Honor TV is. You get a couple matches here. Sometimes you get a longer match. I think next week we're gonna get this week I should say we're gonna get a longer episode because it's Border Wars. From Texas, and we're gonna have Athena's wrestling. Her promotion basically take on members of Ring of Honor's roster. That should be fun. So Global Wars Texas next week, I guess. And this week I should say. And should be decent. We'll see what happens on the program this Thursday night. And that's that. Alright guys, I am out of here. I'm gonna go record my Collision review, and then I'm gonna hit the bed, and then tomorrow, probably early tomorrow, I'll do my tribute to Lamont from Sanford and Son. Get that video out of the way, and then I got a doctor appointment after that, and then we'll get ready for Monday Night Raw. And that's pretty much it. I might have a second video later in the day on Monday. Not sure about it yet. I might do a video about the Grammys. It's not gonna be a long video. I'm just gonna talk about the Shammies and how bad they were. Or I might do my new series, talk about the new singles coming out, that have come out recently. Motionless in White, White's new song, Afraid of the Dark. I might do a review of it. I might play a little bit of it. I know I might get copyright claimed for it. I mean, I don't care, but we'll see what happens with all that. And we move on with that. Alright guys, I'm out of here. So, final rating for Ring of Honor TV this week. 6 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys thought of the show down below in the comment section. And like Trick Willie would say, let's talk about it. And that's pretty much it. Alright guys, I'm going to go record my Collision review. Then I'm going to bed. You should too, if you haven't already. So I'm going to record the next video. Then I'm going to go to bed. And that's that. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, if you're not down with that, well, I got 3 words for you fuckers. Fuck you, man. You can't handle it? Get out. Get off my channel and do something with your life. Do something with your life! Do something! Do something. That's pretty much it. Just don't stay on your stupid channel and bore people to death. I don't bore people. People actually watch my shit. And they comment every so often. They don't have to comment every video. If they want to comment, it's up to them. But I get comments. So, it doesn't have to be one comment. I can get 2, 3, 4 comments from different people. Or it's the same people, they want to comment back and forth with me. That's fine, but it is what it is. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time. Like I said, if you're not down with that, fuck you, man. And that's it. Until next time. Peace.